Hey, turn that bitch up, Glory.
It's my city. It's my fucking city. It's big 2 times. It's my fucking city. Look, walk him down in this Nike tech, I'm tryna give him Mary Bullet. Fredo ain't no average rapper, baby girl, he smoking bullet. And it's in the name of drugs, want y'all to know we still ain't done. Want all the smoke about these shotters, so much dead ops need new lungs. Pull up hitting with them switches, we pop out, do niggas.
What's the deal, my people? Thank y'all for joining me today on my channel, Panama's OG Truth. And today, we're going to the Boston, Massachusetts area. To be exact, Roxbury and Dorchester. So, if you know about that area, if you know people up there, if you fuck around up there, man, please get in the comments. Let me know what's going on over there. Is that shit still hot over there? Let me know what the fuck going on, man. Like I said, I've never been over there, but I've heard a lot. And what I've heard is very, very interesting. So we're gonna get into that shit right now, man. I will be talking about two gentlemen, G Fredo, and 7981 Cal. All right. Now, let me give you a little bit of background on this shit right here. 2020, summertime, I want to say June, the FBI did a big ass fucking sweep through the Dorchester area. And they targeted a clique, a gang, whatever you want to call it, stood for N.O.B, Norton Only Berry Gang, okay? The N.O.B, all right? And the two main motherfuckers that were leading the charge for the N.O.B was G Fredo, little yellow skin, little yellow hammer, little youngster, and 7981 Cal. And I just want to say right now, man, why is always the little dudes the ones that are wrecking shop? Is it because they feel because they're little and they're light-skinned, they got to prove something? Do they feel like they got to go out of their way to prove shit? Because, I mean, you see this shit every day, everywhere. The little motherfucker, the little light-skinned one that's out there putting in work, he feel like he got to go that extra mile and prove that, you know, just because I'm light-skinned, don't let that shit fool you. I will peel your cap back. So that's the case with G Fredo, okay? And everything that I've heard, and when I say I've heard, I spoke to some people from his neighborhood. I spoke to people that he dealt with. Some were his ops, some were his homeboys. And from what I hear, this boy was feared. He was a little terror, okay? Terrorizing motherfuckers. I'm talking about grown men. And keep this in mind. When this shit happened, he was only 19 years old, okay? But they did a tremendous sweep. They fucking arrested like 30 people, man. 30 people. Out of those 30, I believe 10 of them were indicted. I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, this shit right here, man, it's wicked, man. It's wicked. Because once again, man, the RICO charge. They hit his ass with that RICO charge, him and 7981 Cal and other cats, you know, but these two are the main ones. And the reason why I say these two, because they were rappers, okay? These youngsters are banging, but they also rap. And if you hear their music, if you hear their shit, it's pretty good, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. You know, if your shit whack, if your shit trash, I'll tell you straight up, your shit trash, all right? But I fucked around and listened to a few of G Fredo and 7981 Cal's joints, and them youngsters they were hitting that shit. You know, they sound pretty good, man. So it's a good possibility that if they would stay out the streets, you know, they probably could have pursued a career in rap and you know, did something. They sound way better than a lot of the shit you hear out there right now that's making numbers, that's making money. So if you get a chance, man, check out G Fredo, his music. Check out 7981 Cal. They got different features. I believe G Fredo has one with K-Flock. I believe 7981 Cal got one with Mozzie. So they were getting out there, man. These youngsters, they were getting out there. You know, they were trying to conquer the rap game in the Boston area, but they were also in the streets, okay? And when I say they were in the streets, they didn't have one foot in the street. These motherfuckers had 10 toes down in the street. They were terrorizing that Dorchester area, okay? And from what I'm hearing, they were at war with Cameron Street, okay? Now, once again, man, if you from that area, if you aware of this shit, man, let me know. Let me know what the fuck was going on, man. Cause y'all were acting bad up in that motherfucker. All right? I see y'all. Y'all were cutting up there. Now, G Fredo, okay? He would do drills. And when I say he would do drills, he would go into enemy territory, his ops. Okay? And when I say he would ride down on their ass, he would ride down on their ass. All right? And from my understanding, G Fredo probably has about 4 or 5 bodies. Okay? Allegedly. I mean, from what I heard, that, you know, he would go down and hit your block up, and when he would hit your block up, you already knew what the fuck was going down when he would come down your block. Like I said, they say grown men, you hear me, would scatter like roaches when they would see this motherfucker coming down the street. That tells you a lot. Because if you a grown man and you see this little light-skinned, yellow hammer, 19-year-old kid, G Fredo could have been what? 130 pounds soaking wet, if that, little beady motherfucker. But they say this motherfucker was a terror, straight up demon. You hear me? Putting in work, and he didn't hesitate to put in that work. Okay? Trigger happy to the fullest. You talk about trigger happy, you got a picture of G Fredo by the definition of trigger happy. All right? Youngster was out there, you hear me? And he was letting the gun talk. So he would do drills, and everything that he was doing, allegedly, was in the name of the N.O.B. to further the gang structure, to further the dominance they had in that area. And from what I hear, man, it was a blowout. It wasn't even a competition. Like, they had their foot on their ops' neck. And G Fredo, 7981 Cal, they made sure about that. I mean, these motherfuckers were going in they ops hood, in they street, like I said, Cameron Street. And I ain't trying to down talk nobody from Cameron or whatever. That's not me, man. I'm just letting y'all know what the fuck was going on, okay? So they were in their hood, in the ops' hood, burning hats, burning merch that the ops would wear. You know, whatever the ops was using to represent their hood, G Fredo and them would go in their hood, pour fucking lighter fluid, and burn that shit and record videos on their block, on their street. Now, if you talk about disrespect, it don't get no more disrespectful than that. Motherfucker come in your hood, your street, broad daylight, you hear me? Make a fucking video, burn the shit that you wear, that you represent. That's straight up disrespect. But like I said, this motherfucker was a terror, okay? He was terrorizing these cats. So once you already get a reputation in the street and your name is ringing in the street, it's just a matter of time the authorities, the cops, the feds, the DEA, the ATF, it's just a matter of time they start poking in and paying attention to what you're doing. It's just a matter of time. You know, your name is ringing too much. You a hot boy. And that's the case with G Fredo and 7981 Cal. They had their boy, Blake, okay? He was also pretty active. They had like 4 or 5 cats, man, that were pretty active, you know. But G Fredo, man, like I said, man, this cat, he would do drills. He would take out his ops and then make a video about the shit. Rap about it. Allegedly, they said that he was reconstructing the whole murder scene in his videos. Now, if you talk about wicked, you talk about some crazy, bold-ass shit, that falls in that category. Because if you putting in work, if you doing drills, going to your ops' neighborhood and playing the Grim Reaper, and then you make a video about it, you rap about that shit, man, you fucking bold as hell. So the feds, they got a hold of these videos, you know, they were posting them online, YouTube, whatever, and they were like, damn, the forensics that we have, what the witnesses have said, it's matching hand in hand with what they're recreating on their videos. So they started paying attention to the N.O.B. And they find out these cats were, you know, dope dealing, sex trafficking, selling guns, you name it, man. They were involved in this shit. These boys were active. So, like we see right now with the whole Young Thug and YSL. They hit their ass with that RICO charge, okay? And like I told you, man, that RICO charge is a tool that the government is using to break down these gangs, these cliques, these organized crime families. This is something that originally, Richard Nixon, when he was the president in the 70s, early 70s, this law came about. But for many, many, many years, it was kind of dormant. Nobody knew about the RICO charge. Bitch had Rudy Giuliani, fast forward to the early 90s, he used that RICO law to bring down John Gotti and the 5 New York crime families, like I told you in my K-Flock video. So that law, that RICO law, now is the popular tool for the district attorneys in these cities, okay, to break down and lock up these youngsters that are out here perpetrating all this violence. This is what they're using. And when they hit you with that RICO charge, it's real hard to beat that shit. It's easy to get it. It's easy to get it, man. You ain't even got to be the one pulling the trigger. Just on the strength that you knew what the fuck was going on and you rapped about it and you bragged about it. They say, well, he's trying to further the gang. He's trying to build the gang up, okay? He's trying to get that credibility. He's putting fear in motherfuckers' heart. RICO. Just with that little bit right there, they could hit your ass with a RICO charge if you out there. And that's what they did with G. Fredo. Now, I'm not saying that G. Fredo wasn't active, but the motherfucker was active. But I'm just trying to give you a backdrop about the RICO charge. It could be minor, minimum, the shit that you're doing, that you're involved with. But if they could tie that shit in with other crimes, that you had knowledge, that you facilitated, that you helped out in any kind of way, that RICO, they'll hit your ass with that RICO. Especially if they feel like you're a thorn, like you're a problem, you're a fucking menace. And that's G. Fredo. So they hit his ass with that RICO, him 7981 Cal, and they knew it was coming. No secret. They knew. So he goes to court early this January 2023, and they give his ass 9 years. Now, that was a surprise for me. I ain't even gonna lie to you. 9 years for all the shit that they were putting on his ass, that's a slap in the hand. That's a slap in the hand. I mean, he got blessed. So 32 months that he stayed in the jail, fighting the case, waiting for his case to go to court. They're using that time, for time served. And from what it's looking like, he's only gonna be doing like 4 years in the feds. So he's 22 right now. 19 when he got locked up, 22 right now. So he's gonna be getting out a young man. 26 years old, no older than 27, young man. Now, this is the problem right here. This is the plot twist, as they say. And I'm talking about experience, okay? When I was locked up, I ran into a lot of people, man. A lot of cats that were out there in the streets. And they would get locked up, they would do 2-3 years, and they would go home. Couple of months, couple of years, you see the same motherfucker back in the penitentiary. And why? And this is my opinion. Like I said, my opinion. It's not YouTube's opinion. It's not your opinion. It's my opinion. Let's get that shit understood. Like I said, I speak from experience. All right? I will see the same motherfucker come back. And I'd be like, man, what the fuck, man? Like, what happened? Oh, man, I got caught up again, I did this, I did that. Whatever. They get locked up again. So my theory is when people only do 2-3 years, I call it slap in the hand time, they think it's a game. They think, well, shit, I go to jail, I go to the penitentiary, they ain't gonna give me that much time. So they get back out there and they think they could get away with the same bullshit they were doing before they got locked up. And that's why they become repeat offenders. And I get it. I've been through it, man. It's hard finding a job. It's hard getting back on your feet. But where there's a will, there's a way. Okay? Now, if you do at least 10 years or more, That's a different ball game. That's a different story. And let me explain. That's a lot of time, man. The world changes in 1 fucking year. Now just imagine you locked up 10 plus years. In my case, 12 years. When I got locked up, there wasn't no such thing as the internet. There wasn't no such thing as YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. All that shit y'all got now, that shit didn't even exist. So I get out, and you got motherfucking the internet. You got motherfuckers talking about online. I'm like, man, what the fuck is online? I didn't know anything about that shit. I had to learn. My wife, she's been the one showing me because I didn't know anything about that shit. I couldn't even go to a fucking ATM and pull money out. Everything was digitalized. So a lot changes in 1 year. So when you do 10 plus years, you get out, man, it's like you gotta learn how to walk again, basically. You gotta learn how to do simple things in life because technology advances every fucking day. Okay? So when you do that type of time, it's a reality check. It's a wake up. Well, damn, I can't go back out there and do the same shit. I ain't trying to do all that fucking time again. That's how you think. Okay? You learn and you say, well, shit, I'm not putting myself out there no more. I'm not. The only way I go back to the penitentiary, and I say it till this day, if you fuck with my family. You fuck with my family, no questions asked. I don't give a damn about no penitentiary. Besides that, ain't nothing worth you losing your freedom. Especially if you done the time that you've done. Let's get that out the way. Let's get that understood. Let's keep moving. Okay? Now, G. Fredo, be careful. You only got to do about 4 years. Plus the 32 months that you already been incarcerated with. 9-year sentence for the shit that they're accusing you for, you won. Like literally, you're winning. Take heed to that. Don't get big-headed. All right? Because a lot of people with them type of charges, they get football numbers. They get put up for life. So you dodged a major fucking bullet, Mr. G. Fredo. Now it's up to you what you're going to do when you get out. You going to let that shit go to your head and resume your illegal activities, allegedly? Or you going to learn from it, dive in the rap game, get your shit back up there, and see what it do. It's up to you. This is a cautionary tale for my youngsters. For my youngsters that are out there trying to rap, but they still have a foot in the street. It don't work like that. You can't be trying to rap and you out there living the gangster lifestyle. It's just a matter of time it bites in your ass. Like I said, we have plenty of examples. This case right here, it was not as much publicity like Young Thug and YSL, because Young Thug he's a more recognized name in the hip hop game. Whereas G. Fredo, 7981 Cal, not too many people knew about them unless you from that area. I didn't know anything about them. But when I started picking up, a couple of years ago, and I started paying attention to their music and shit, I was like, damn, these youngsters got something. But like I said, they were in the streets. And they didn't hide that shit. They were bragging about it, making videos, reliving, recreating their drills, their 187 escapades. They were reliving all that shit on video. And when them feds started paying attention to what they were rapping about, recreating on their videos, they came with a sweeping indictment. They sweep their ass up. Now, 7981 Cal, I don't know what the fuck, the deal with him. I know he was incarcerated. I know they hit his ass with a RICO charge, but I don't see nothing as far as conviction, if he pleaded. I don't know the situation with 7981 Cal, so I'm not going to speak on him right now. There's speculations out there. I'm not trying to say anything. But G. Fredo, 9 years. 32 months already that he served in the county. And that's his counting for him. So he's looking like I said, 4.5 years, feds. He's still going to be a baby when he gets out. He's going to have his whole life in front of him. Now the rest, it's up to him. What is he going to do? He gets out here with that same bullshit, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Dead or locked up for life. That's it. So hopefully he learns from this, takes his little time out. That's exactly what it is, man. That little 4.5 years that he going to do, that's a time out. All right, let's get that shit understood. That's a timeout. So it's how he's gonna do it. How is he gonna play? The ball is in his court. He's one of the few that I've seen get hit with a RICO charge and get a little slap in the hand. That ain't much time that he got. Okay? So everything is up to Mr. G. Fredo. That being said, like I'm telling these youngsters, pay attention to what the fuck is going on. All right? This shit is for real, man. These people are not playing. You hear me? They're trying to make examples out of y'all. And if you give them the opportunity, they'll do it to you. Or as they say, they'll fuck you without Vaseline. Simple as that. Now, I don't wish no bad on G. Fredo, but he better use this shit as a learning tool. Because if you get back out here with the same bullshit, doing the same shit you were doing, and you think you're going to get away with it, that's a dumbass way of thinking. You got to learn from your mistakes. See what I'm saying? You got to learn from your mistakes. Everything in life happens for a reason. But if you continue doing the same shit you were doing that put you in that position to be locked up, you deserve what you get. He's going to have another chance. Now, it's up to him. I mean, these dudes, N.O.B, some of the members had fucking already bracelets, like ankle monitors, GPS, okay, for previous crimes. And these cats were running down in their house's hood doing drills. And then when they would be questioned, they would say, "Oh, that wasn't me. Nah, ain't no way. I was at home with my girl. We were watching Netflix. That wasn't me." And they're like, "Really? So why is the GPS signal to your ankle monitor puts you in that spot, that street, around the same time this motherfucker came up missing?" This is how bold these youngsters were. They were putting in work wearing GPS monitors. All right? Previous cases, they got a monitor on their leg. Instead of chilling, they putting in work with the fucking monitor on their ankle. That's just some dumbass shit. I mean, really, that's some dumbass shit. How the fuck you gonna go put in some work and you got a GPS ankle bracelet on you? You can't argue with that. You can't. So they were doing some cluck ass shit. Let's keep it real. But to each his own, man. I can't tell you how to live your life. All I'm doing is giving you some advice. Somebody's been there, done that. Like I said, man, you can't tell me shit about this. So, peep game, pay attention to what the fuck is going on, and don't think this shit, shit is sweet out here, because it's not. Like I said, you might get away with it a few times, but eventually, you get it. Now, hopefully, Mr. G. Fredo, like I said, he comes out a new man, and he doesn't do the stupid shit, commit the same mistakes that he committed before. Everybody's entitled to a second chance, all right? I'm a strong believer in that. If you learn. If you learn. Like I said, it's going to be on him. So, I appreciate y'all coming in, man, and fucking with me today. My channel is young. Like I said, I just started doing this, okay? And I get the thrill of bringing this shit to you, this gangster shit. You hear me? I get a thrill out that shit. But at the same time, I'm trying to enlighten and show what this lifestyle brings. And I always say it, one-way road. At the end, it splits open. Penitentiary or death. There ain't no in between. Ain't no in between. Nobody retires from the gangster world with a big house on the hill and a boat in the lake. That shit don't work like that. Eventually, you get popped. You end up dead or locked up. Simple as that. So hopefully that's not the case with Mr. G. Fredo. Like I said, I can't speak too much on 7981 Cal. I don't know the details about him. So it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting. Hopefully these brothers, they learn from it. They handle their business. And I'm wishing them well. But if you're from that area, if you know these cats, shit, man, hit me up. Get in my comments. Drop me, what you think, what you saw, how you feel about this shit. You know, this shit is wild, man. This shit is wicked as fuck. I mean, these motherfuckers were doing it. G. Fredo, little beady ass motherfucker, little yellow motherfucker. He coming down the block. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers terrorized when they see his ass coming. That shit right there, that's just wild as fuck. But you know, at the end of the day, I appreciate y'all joining me. Thank y'all for giving me the opportunity to bring this to you. Like I said, it's a cautionary tale. You hear me? I don't sit here and tell you that that the world is a colorful, you know, fairy tale. If you feel like that, then you're in the wrong place. You hear me? Because in this channel right here, I'm giving you that real shit. Shit that happens, shit that's continuing to happen. And my job is to bring it to you guys. So help me bring this shit to you. Subscribe to my channel. Hit them likes. Like I said, I don't do too much, you know, asking for people to do this, asking people to do that. I take care of my own shit, okay? But if you want to continue hearing this shit, if you want to continue this heat that I'm bringing to you, show me some love. It don't cost nothing to hit that like button. It don't cost nothing to hit that subscribe button. Like that, as soon as I drop this heat, you already know what the fuck is going on. I'm not like some of these dudes out here that talk about shit that they done heard, talk about shit that they done seen. I'm speaking about life that I've been through. This is my story. This is my life. I'm just here to, you know, enlighten my youth. That's what I'm here for. I didn't have that when I was growing up. I didn't. Like I said, if I knew certain things, I wouldn't be in that predicament of getting incarcerated at the age of 17. Much love. God bless. Thank y'all for joining me. Panama's OG Truth.